Hello guys, Chimerical Reviews back again, and I've fixed the audio. I won't get into all the technical details of what was wrong with the audio, except I will say that I chose the wrong mic. So, anyway, back with another one, and I'm going to do another 3 in a row because I really did like the fact that I had so much material to upload whenever I wanted, and I just really enjoyed doing so much reviewing in such a short space of time. So I'm doing it again and I hope it works out as well as the first one. Thank you everyone who watched, and hopefully that you'll enjoy this next bunch. And we'll start off the bunch with Tina Pink. And Tina Pink is very nice, but I'll first start with the box before I get into Tina. And as you see, it's just a regular traditional black Living Dead doll coffin. There's no unique aspects to the doll, so there isn't any sort of handles, there isn't graining, there isn't anything unique. It's just normal black Living Dead doll box. The chipboard is very different to all the ones we've seen before. The series we have here, which is series 28, we have the theme of the series here, the Sweet 16 Party, which is series 28's theme. It's a Sweet 16 for the 16th anniversary, if I'm not wrong, but I shouldn't be because I'm quite confident that I know that. We have the name of the doll here, Tina Pink, which is we'll get into her name later. We have the chipboard poem here, which I'll try and read now. It says, Tina Pink is a dainty dead girl. She does not have a care in the world. The fact that she is dead fills her with glee, 'cause being alive is not all it is cracked up to be. So that sounds a bit depressing, but at the same time, it does sound quite creepy. But I'm not a fan of Tina's story. As much as she's a nice doll, I don't like her story because it doesn't match her. She doesn't look like the story says or even implies. So this is all a personal opinion, but I do really like Tina Pink, but her story doesn't match up. But one thing I will say about Series 28 is it has this very nice burgundy coloured tissue paper, and I'm a massive fan of this colour. I think it's actually really nice to look at and possibly one of my favourite tissue colours. But it's only tissue paper, there's not really much you can say about it. So let's move on to Tina Pink. Now Tina Pink, I think personally is a gorgeous doll. I know some of my friends disagree with us, some of them think that she's boring, but I don't think that she's boring. I can see why she might think that, but I just think she's so beautiful. I think she's so gorgeous. Let's get into it straight away so I can explain me reasons. So first off, we'll start with her dress. Now her dress is a very cute all-in-one. It's not separate. The skirt isn't the skirt. This isn't a skirt. I don't know why I called it a skirt, because it's not a skirt. It's a dress. So this skirt, I did it again. So this dress, all in all, looks like she's wearing a skirt and a top, but it's a dress. We've gathered it's a dress. And if we look back here, it velcros at the back, so you can take it off whenever you want. And yep, that is the dress, all in one. It has the pink kind of torso here with pink straps on the shoulders, which blends in well with the name Tina Pink, I suppose. I don't know why they wouldn't make them pink, so that makes sense. And here we have the bottom half of her dress, which is a very nice skirt, and I'm really happy with this skirt because recently I've noticed that the skirts, I'll call it a skirt, screw it. So I've noticed that the skirts actually have a kind of papery material, and I don't like it. I know that Ruby's does have a paper-ish material that we saw with Calavera, and I'm not a fan of the material, but Tina's feels a lot more smooth and a lot more fabricy than paper. And on top of that, we have a layer of black. We have 2 layers of black tulle. I suppose that's meant to make it look a bit darker. But yep, if you take up the black tulle, it's all pink. So she definitely lives up to her name, Tina Pink. And around the waist, we have a nice little belt with a kind of rose-looking thing here. So yep, that's a very nice little thing. It does trick people into thinking that it's shirt and a skirt, so just watch out for that. All in one. So yep, that's her dress. It's a very simple dress and it's very, very cute. And next we shall move on to her face, but not before I bring up her Pink Mary Janes, and they're so nice. We haven't seen Pink Mary Janes, I don't think, and they're just so cute, and like they're just really nice because, as you can see, she suffers from awful wonky leg syndrome. Terrible. I can't stand her without her like leaning over awfully, so I have to position her. But you know, but she has Pink Mary Janes, and she also has socks that you can see here, kind of turned over, which very nice, and makes the shoes really stick onto the feet. However, that doesn't help with the legs. So anyway, that is all with what she's wearing, apart from. But we'll get to that later. And next we move on to her face paint, and this is where I think Tina really comes into her own here. She has no eyebrows. She has absolutely no eyebrows. She's completely bald on her forehead from up here. But she does have kind of airbrushing here. I wouldn't even say airbrushing. It's more just one color. It doesn't fade. It's there, and it kind of makes her look really tired, as does the sleepy eyes that she has here. But where I love Tina, which you've probably already gathered, is her mouth stitches, because I'm such a fan of mouth stitches. I can't say it enough. I just think they're so creepy, but at the same time very cool, and I love them so much. Um, Obviously, I don't think it's as well done as Calavera, but I do think they are very nice. She also has a nice little kind of black and white pattern on her lips that is very nice. A very nice little addition to the mouth stitches. And they end just about to her ear, which I guess is acceptable because she can't really have them all the way around her neck. So yep, that's Tina Pink's face. Again, very simple but very cute. And on to what I think makes Tina one of the highlights of my collection. I know a lot of people disagree, but it's her hair. Her hair is so nice. I'm going to take off her veil, which we will get to later, but I love Tina Pink's hair. When I first got her hair, it was tied around her neck because of the band, the elastic band that you have to pull off, and her hair was awful. It was terrible because it bent and it did this and it flicked out, and no matter what I did, I tried to hold it in place and it flicked out and it was awful. So I went out and I bought myself a brush, and Tina's was the first hair that I did with the brush, and it turned out so well, and I'm really proud of it. I think that's why I'm such a fan of Tina's hair. It's because it was the first doll's hair that I actually kind of did myself, and it turned out really well, and it feels so smooth, and I love pink hair, and her hair's just amazing. I can't say it enough. I would say that it's a little uneven on the back, but I don't really see it. I know there's been some complaints with Series 28's quality, and for example, I know Sweet 16 Sadie has got a lot of shtick for the back of her hair being choppy, but I just think that as she is right now, Tina Pink's hair is just A grade. I absolutely love her hair. So I think that with a little bit of love, that Tina Pink's hair can be absolutely phenomenal. So we'll move on to her accessories, which is very simple, and it's this veil. And personally, I prefer her with or without the veil. Either one works, as long as we get to see that beautiful hair of hers. But I think she looks right with the veil on. So I'm just going to pop the veil back on. And while I pop the veil back on, I'll give you some information on Tina Pink. And first of all, it's to say that Tina Pink is also a kind of reference to Tina Black from Series 10, and Tina Black being based off a fan, and I'm almost sure that Tina Pink is also based off a fan, but I could be wrong. She also shares the same death date as Tina Black. However, personally, I'm not a fan of Tina Black. I know that some people are, and that I've actually seen that she's some people's favourite doll, and I don't want to offend people who really like Tina Black, but I really don't, because I'm not a fan of the Scream mold, the very controversial Scream mold, because it can go either way with a Scream mold. You can either have dolls like Tina Black or Wrath, or you can have dolls like Sangui, if I'm pronouncing her name right, where the Scream mold fits, but I'm just not a fan. So there we go, that is Tina Pink. And what else about Tina Pink is interesting is that her death date is also the same. I think I have the information here. Yep, that her death date is the day that New York City was enveloped in toxic smog, which killed 400 people. I don't know whether that relates to the death date, as it's also Tina Black's death date, but it's just a nice little information of what happened on Tina's death date. So again, that came online. You can look it up and find it for free. I'm just giving it to you now. So thank you for that. She is ball jointed since she comes after Series 9. Her arms move in every direction, and so does her head. So again, very nice. And out of 10, I would rate Tina Black. Not Tina Black, Tina Pink. Oh, not Tina Black. Anyway, I would rate Tina Pink 7 out of 10, because I can understand why some people find her boring, but I just find her so nice and so cute. And the last thing I want to do before ending this review is, and there goes Tina Pink fallen again, I want to show her death certificate, which is actually a first and probably only time I'll ever do this so far, because I don't like to open the death certificates, usually because I can't wrap them up again, so I don't like to mess around with it. But I'll show you for one reason, and one reason alone, is that it's a very special death certificate, because it's an invitation, and that's so cool. I love that. I love that the Sweet 16 death certificate is an invitation. And I'll quickly read it here. Is that she loved the night, she adored the moon, and hoped one day she could visit it soon. On the 24th of November in 1966, Tina Pink died underneath the shadow of a lunar eclipse. Like I said, doesn't match, not a fan, but again, such a cool death certificate. And anyway, guys, I'm nearly out of time, so I will wrap this up now and get on with my next doll review. I will see you guys then. Goodbye.